Hello Stallions and Males, Blue Wave here with another headcanon video. Now before I get started, I have to apologize cause unfortunately I won't be reviewing the season finale like I said I would be at the end of my Equestria Games review, since there are plenty of other great reviewers out there that have literally drained this episode of everything that could be said about it. Also, I've been waiting to do this headcanon video for some time now, so with that said, let's get this over with. After another viewing of the episode Magic Duel, I started thinking about Trixie's reason for coming back to Ponyville, which was to get revenge on Twilight for humiliating her back in Ghostbusters and turning her into, quote, a laughingstock. But in reality, she had no intention to upstage or humiliate Trixie whatsoever. Twilight was just doing what she had to do to save everyone from the Ursa Minor that Snips and Snails foolishly woke up and led to Ponyville. In fact, the only person in Ponyville that was convinced that Trixie was a fraud was Spike, but yet no one believed him, which brings us to the question, if Twilight wasn't to blame for ruining Trixie's life, then who was? To answer that question, we will have to go way back into Season 2 in the episode Ponyville Confidential. You'll remember that one scene when Rainbow Dash came into the spa and says,
"The new Gabby Gums just came out! The great and powerful Trixie's secrets revealed!"
Well, there you have it, my friends. The ponies responsible for ruining Trixie's life were none other than the CMC themselves. How, you may ask? Because the CMC were the ones that wrote about Trixie's dirty little secret about losing to an Ursa Minor in the school newspaper for all to read. And if you think about it, this kind of makes sense. I mean, come on, what other secrets would the CMC have been talking about? Trixie left Ponyville after that incident and wasn't seen again until Season 3. So there's no way that either of them could have caught Trixie doing something embarrassing since she wasn't there at the time. Now I know what you all must be thinking. Why would Ponyville find something that they already knew 43 episodes ago interesting to read about in the paper? Well, here's the thing. No one else but Twilight, Snips and Snails, and Spike knew that Trixie was a fraud. Again, how, you may ask? Well, back when Snips and Snails brought the Ursa Minor into Ponyville and Trixie failed to subdue it, the only people around to see her fail and confess her secret were Snips, Snails, Twilight, and Spike. Everyone else, including the rest of the main six, were too busy panicking to pay any attention. So when Trixie came back to Ponyville somewhere between Mystery on the Friendship Express and the Crystal Empire, it would make sense that everyone was laughing at her as hard as they were, since that incident was revealed in Ponyville Confidential only a few episodes ago for Magic Duel. Now, why the CMC would expose Trixie as a fraud and not any of the other four people that I mentioned is because no one else but the CMC would have anything to gain from exposing the truth. Spike already knew that she was a fraud, and Snips and Snails are just idiots. Now, to answer the last question about how the CMC found out about Trixie's lie, if they were never there when the incident occurred, well, you remember when I said the only people who knew about Trixie's lie were Snips, Snails, Twilight, and Spike? Well, as I recall, Snips and Snails are in the same class as the CMC, so it's quite possible that they found out from them. And that's my headcanon, folks. As far as I know, it's true until proven otherwise. Catch you later.